Hi, guys. Welcome back to Harping on the Past, a Theater Kid podcast. Look who's with me. Ooh, it's Tori! Hey! Oh my gosh, because Jacob got fired from the job. Get him out. He sucks. Just kidding. He got replaced.
Replacements. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Yeah, so we fired Jacob. We decided the girls are in.
It's girl time.
It's girl day. No.
I think it's International Women Month, isn't it?
It is Women's Month. Perfect. Oh my gosh.
Wow,
look at us.
timing.
Perfect. Tori and I are twinning.
We are twinning.
I'm simply obsessed with her.
I have sand all over me.
This is the juicy hot gossip, okay? Jacob did an episode without me, so I'm doing one without him. Welcome to the couch.
Thanks.
What's it like to be on? Is it working for you? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What's it like to be on this couch and not that one?
This couch is really comfy.
It's good, right?
Yeah. All of your couches are really comfortable. So.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I bought them myself.
Well,
Imagine
rich.
I'm like, I furnished the entire house. Oh my gosh, so, I feel a little weird without Jacob.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love to talk, I feel like he always has the ideas.
Right.
And I'm like, oof, there's nothing in my brain.
I have a lot of ideas, but none of them are very organized. So.
Oh, in your brain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like so much happening, but when it comes to like laying them out in an organized manner, I think that's where I fall short.
I feel the same way. So I figured, let's give it a shot. So, an outline of today, my little organized brain, I figured we would, we do our fired. Yeah? Why we're fired. No, I thought we could catch up, be girls, girly girls. And then I thought it would be fun to do some musical theater hot takes.
Right.
Or just hot takes in life. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not partial to any, really. Okay. Actually, I am. I have a list. But, I mean, I really meant to say, like, it doesn't have to be musical theater. It can. I'm game for that. Because mine are all pretty much.
Mine are all theater ones, too.
Oh, perfect.
So
we have the same brain.
But we'll see. Because I feel like we have
so
a lot to
many.
say.
Yeah. Do you want to know what I thought about? This is first. I'm sorry, before we get fired.
Go ahead.
You know how people say that there are shower thoughts?
Yeah.
As I was driving home today.
Driving thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Those are Jacob's. How's it feel?
Big. Too big.
You heard it here first. No, as I was driving today, I saw a bird, and it was flying, as birds do, but it was like really getting taken. Yeah. Can you believe?
Wow.
It was getting like taken by the wind, and I was like, you know what? You know how us humans, I'm going to sound really stupid right now. You know how us humans, we go, I'm going to go for a walk. Do you think they go, I'm going to go fly?
I'm sure they do.
Do you think they tell each other that?
They have to.
They're like, squawk, squawk, squawk. That means I'm going to fly. I'm going to go, like when you're on a boat and you're like just taken by the wind, like, do you think that's how they feel? Like, they gotta, right?
I think that flying, like naturally flying like that is something that like makes me so upset because we'll never be able to do it.
I want to fly.
Like, we have planes and people have those like flying suits, but like we'll never know what it's like to just like
just soar.
To just spread our wings. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
That kind of upsets me.
That makes me really sad.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Well, like when people are always like, what superpower would you have? Like, so many people are like, telekinesis. I'd like to teleport. My answer every time, I want to fly. Like, every time. Like, it's probably an outdated answer, but I will never not say fly.
Outdated.
Because everyone used to say fly, and now they're like, telekinesis.
Everyone's like, teleporting.
I want to know what's in your brain.
I want to be in, like, every universe. That's so true.
Oh, my God. They want to snap their fingers, and they're like, I'm there. No, thanks. That's scary.
That is kind of scary.
Right?
The people who say that they want to read minds, I think that that's a brave answer. I don't think I could do that.
I couldn't.
No.
I
couldn't.
I'm too scared to know the truth.
I'm upset when people, like, tell me directly what's on their minds.
I'm like, please tell me everything, but, like, also be nice about it.
Like, somebody could think something, and I'm like, no, they're lying.
You're like,
you hear it, like, directly from their brain. I'm like, but, like, actually, though?
Did
like,
they mean that?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
They haven't said anything. They're like, I think I'm hungry right now, in their brain. And you're like, are you sure though?
You're like, I can overthink about that.
So true.
I literally, like, if there's any room to overthink, I'm doing it. Like, I will do it. It could be about anything. Like, you could be like, on my way, and I'd be like, is she? Is she actually? Maybe she's here. Maybe she's here already. Fuck, I don't know. And I'm like, why do I do that? Do you do that?
All the time.
Literally anything.
Like, over anything.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I'm bad at my job. And I'm like, I'll overthink about it. And I'm like, am I ruining these kids' lives? Then I'm like, no, I don't think so.
I mean, you're there. So.
Ruining their lives.
You gotta be good at something. Oh.
No, you're fine. Okay, let's go to our fired, and then we can go back to just like chatty chat.
Great.
Also, we started 6 minutes ago. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I just hit 6 minutes on mine.
Oh, you have a time on there? Mm-hmm. Incredible. You guys, we're using a different camera today because Jacob is not here, and he normally uses his phone. Right. So we're using my big camera, and hopefully it looks nice because, you know what?
Can't see a thing.
We're trying our best. We can't see how we look. I can't see how good my hair looks.
We can't overthink about how we look on the camera. We said send it and go.
You know when you like hit something and run? That's what I did.
You send a text and run away.
No, literally though, like when you're flirting.
Lock your phone.
I didn't send it. People just hold their breath. I hold my breath in pictures. Anyways, man, people are probably like, this is so exciting. Because, you know, this is how it feels like when we're in the car and we can follow where we're going. But people listening are probably like, what in the ADHD is happening?
Right.
Welcome to our minds. Why are you getting fired, Tori? Would you like to go first?
Sure. Along the lines of overthinking, I think the reason why I'm getting fired is because, I guess it doesn't line up with, like, getting fired, but whatever.
No, it's okay. Either does mine, really. I just had to think of something.
It's because I've spent so much time watching my audition back, nitpicking everything, or I've spent so much time practicing and, like, dissecting, videotaping myself and, like, being like, that doesn't sound good, let me change that the end result is now so much worse than what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so by the time I've sent in the audition or auditioned in person, it's so far gone. It's just not good anymore because I've spent so much time just nitpicking and, no, that doesn't sound good. No, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
And
I do too.
Just can't trust the process sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard for me.
We gotta start being like, strut like you mean it.
I know.
Free your mind, you know?
Because
we gotta just do it.
I know.
That's why I tell little young actors when they're on stage, I'm always like, just don't think. Don't think about it. You know? But then again, like, I try to take my own advice, and I'm like, I'm thinking about every little thing I'm doing.
I can't. What's
especially
it like
in a self-tape. Yeah, like a self-tape. What's it like to do it, watch it back once, and say, that's it? You know? Like, I will do it 10 times, and I'll be like,
yeah,
my throat hurts. You know? And then I'm like, all my funny's gone.
My mom does that when she smells something really bad. She'll be like, it's so funny. This one time we were at this place. It's across the street.
I like
from
places.
The theater in Costa Mesa. It's a restaurant. I forgot what it's called.
Red Robin?
No, it's an Italian place. It's the Italian place. It's like
Buca de Beppo? No, that's by Universal.
Anyways, there was a guy there who had the worst breath ever. His breath so stinky. My mom was like, damn, he's got some, like, really stinky breath. She went,
you know, let's talk about, that's a hot take. I can't deal with bad breath. Like,
me too.
Listen, I can deal with stinky stinks. But, like, if someone's breath is bad, I'm like, whoa, 10 feet back. The other day, this is so mean. He doesn't listen. My boyfriend the other day, I was like, can you brush your teeth? He's great at hygiene, but I was like, Jesus. And then he was like, well, yours smelled the other day. And I was like, and you didn't tell me? And he was like, no, because I just suck it up. And I was like, what's it like? I can't suck it up.
No,
I'm a princess when it comes to that. I'm like, no thanks.
Listen, I think if you are going to be spending a lot of time with your person,
yeah,
then that's something that's, like, If your breath smells, I'm gonna tell you.
You got it. Just like if you have
Like,
something in your teeth, tell me. Yeah.
It's like, I don't... Yeah, I can't. Sometimes my boyfriend's breath is smelly sometimes, too. But I
Do you
always
say
tell...
something?
Yeah.
And I'm always nice.
It's out of love.
I only
I'm
said it
just like-
once, but
Sometimes
to me,
I'll...
always.
Sometimes I'll just pull out my mints and hand them to him.
You know, I hate that when people when you're like, I want to be really sly, really sneaky. I'm gonna offer everyone in the group a mint, and the one that needs it is like, no thanks. And you're like,
Damn.
my plan is foiled. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. But you know, I feel like if I was in that situation, I would just tell them, be like, yo, like, you need this. I'm not trying to be rude.
yeah.
Like, person to person, you need a mint. Just...
Tori, you can tell me anytime. Or sometimes it's a matter of just drinking some water.
You know what?
Just flush it down.
My mom literally said when that
Did that just shut off?
I don't know. When that waiter's
Should
breath...
I check?
Maybe.
All right.
When that waiter's breath was stinky, my mom literally said, a little bit of water goes a long way. So fun. She goes, you know, sometimes just a drink of water goes so far.
No, literally though.
It's so
Oh my
true,
God,
though.
this is so embarrassing. I think it's
okay.
turned off.
I think you can cut it, right?
Let's see.
Baby. Anywhere, anytime. I don't mind.
Now it's back on. I really hope that beginning part was still there. We're still gonna keep going.
I guess we'll find out, you know? I thought that was a frog for a second. Alas, it's a plane.
What?
I thought this was a frog.
A heart?
A frog.
Oh.
The coaster.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so why are you getting fired?
Why am I getting fired?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because if a director asks me to do something, I'm saying yes.
Oh.
I don't care what it is. I will do it. I am a ride or die. Okay? Like, I will literally do
You're a
it.
yes man.
I'm a yes man. And sometimes I'm a yes man too much. And,
To a fault.
I get a little too much on my plate, and I'm like, oh, I actually can't do that quick change. And they're like, but Sheradyn, you said. And I'm like,
And
but I didn't know.
And then it's tech, and then they're like, okay, well, we have to reformat everything now.
And then it's tech, and they take away your go-go boots. Okay? That literally happened to me. I'm fine. Oh,
I got to wear your go-go boots.
yeah, you did. And I'm really jealous. I loved those damn go-go
They
boots.
were so
and
cute.
they looked so good with that dress. Ugh. Anyways, that's my favorite picture of me on stage ever.
Oh, it's so cute. And
I
it was
posted
during
it.
tech, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, you
I
know,
posted it yesterday for World Theater Day.
I saw
it. Yeah,
Saw
that's... Go ahead.
No, I'm sad.
I'm sad. Sit
You
back
know,
down.
that got so viral, that, like,
And then disappeared.
clip.
Yeah.
It went, like, recently, within the last, like, 2 years or so, it went, like, viral.
Ape shit.
And I would just like to say that, like, I watched that season of Love Island, and when that clip came on, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And,
Yeah, you
like,
did.
nobody knew about it. And then years later, it just pops back up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. It's good to know that, like, it's funny.
And
know what
you
I mean?
told me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent you guys a video because I was like, this is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Sit back down.
I'm sad.
I'm sad.
It was so funny. I remember that was at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, yes.
And I was
Yes,
like,
yes.
you were like, Sheradyn, watch the show. And I was like, okay. And I fell in love.
Love Island UK.
Season
version.
3.
Season 3?
Amber and Cam. Chris and Olivia.
Oh, I might even go back and just watch it again.
Do you want to? I'll do it with you. It's so good. I thought that was a fart for 2 seconds, but it was someone going by. I figured we would have some girly chat.
About what?
Couldn't tell you. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
I'm alright.
You know, I feel like when it comes to, like, the day-by-day things, like, the more confident I am in my mental health journey, the hard days are so much harder.
Yeah.
Because, like, you've made so much progress into your good days. And so your good days are, like, so good. But because they're so good, your hard days are, like, sometimes they're still the same amount of hard as they were before,
Yeah.
or they're just regular hard, but because you have, worked on it so much and worked on yourself and, you practice patience and whatever, like the hard days are like, it can feel like starting at like step one again.
Yeah.
So the hard days have been hard, but I think just like reminding myself that it's like, a little roller coaster,
Yeah.
a little wave, and just, like, because at least for me, like, I can get so into like the doom and gloom, and be
Me
like,
too.
wow, like, this is
Woe
so
is
horrible.
me. Yeah.
Woe is me. Because woe is me. But like, life is so good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I agree. I just made another therapy appointment. I have not
That's
talked
so
to my
good.
sweet therapist since January, like early January. He needs to be updated on my life. He has no idea. He's probably like, what happened to Sheradyn?
Where's
Hope
she
she's
been?
okay.
How was she like?
Because last time I talked to her, she wasn't doing great. Yeah. But I kind of feel you with like the ups and the downs, and we're like so doom and gloom when we're doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But then you think about it and you're like, my life is so good.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
I
so
feel like I'm the same
privileged.
way in relationships. Like, things are so, so good. And you could have one little tiff, and you're like, my life is over.
Yeah.
They hate me. You know what I mean?
It's so true. I feel like that goes into like just the way we think, though.
100%. Because
Just like how we are.
I'll tell people about like how I am in relationships, and people are like, Sheradyn, you have to understand that the way girls think is way different than the way guys think. Because like I'll think, even in general relationships, I'm like, oh, they hate me because I said this and because I overthink, and they're like, guys' brain just works different. They're very like girls. I feel like think in the gray. Like we can be everywhere,
Ooh, right,
but
right,
guys
right.
are so black and white most
Very
of the
true.
time.
Very true.
It's like, yes, no, move on. How can you be sitting in the gray? And we're like, we live here.
We live in the gray.
It's so bad. And so I'm having a hard time being patient and understanding that.
Yeah. It can be really hard.
Yeah.
It's difficult especially when you're just also like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I forget, like, because my boyfriend and I, we spend a lot of time with each other, and I
Yeah.
try my best to, like,
I'm really bad at time alone. Really bad. Or time apart.
way too good at time alone and
Are
time
you?
apart. I just love to be alone.
I can't do
love
it.
so much.
I'm like, can you still talk to me?
On some days, like, I can't, and I just, like, need to be near him, but I'm so good at time alone. But I think something that I've been forgetting in my time alone is, like, really just, like, what's the word? Because, like, I can just, like, sit and be by myself for, like, days and days and days. But, like, I kind of go into, like, autopilot.
Yeah.
And I forget to be present in my moments alone.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference, because then...
I'm really bad at being present.
Me too. I'm horrible. My mind is always, like, 7 days ahead.
100%.
It's so difficult. Or, like, next day.
I think
so
I have
hard.
this issue where if I'm not talking to you, that means you're doing something deliberately to not talk to me. Like, my brain thinks that, even though, like if I'm at work and you're at work, like, say we're dating, and you're at work and I'm at work, if I'm not getting texts all the time, I'm like, so it's over. Like, I'm not sure why my brain does that to me, but it sure does. And I'm like, why do I do that? Like, no one's going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, did they like me?
I talked to my therapist about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
That was yesterday when I had my therapy appointment. I threw my whole day off.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes it does.
Like, most of the time, I have a great therapist. And so our sessions are very, like, there's no pressure on anything. I don't feel a pressure to be, like, my best self tomorrow or next week. It's just, like, she's so, like therapy with her just feels like the biggest hug. It's, like, so comforting and so just no pressure, easy going, which is what I need. And
That's how I feel with mine.
oh, it's the best.
He's great.
Good therapists, man. They will change your life.
Especially when they remember things about you and you're like, oh, no way.
The worst is when they're like, oh, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't this happen? And you're like, no, didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I get it. They have so many patients, so.
Or when they remember something that you don't.
Oh.
They're like, well, you were talking about this. And I'm like, oh. I'm like,
Call you
called
out.
out.
Oh my God.
Literally, you're like, damn, come for my neck, dude. Yeah, it happened, but we're not talking about that. That's not on the docket for today.
But it was so cute because I told her about that. I told her, like, you know, it's like the sense of feeling like I'm going to be abandoned, or
Yes.
like it's going to happen, or that it's always going to end up that way, is so constant in my brain that it's difficult for me to like really believe that this person is going to stay, or that I am like worthy enough of people staying. I was like, it's just so difficult to like believe it. And then we talked about, like, I was like, I know it stems from childhood. I know that's what it is.
Because we know now.
Right.
We've been in therapy a long time.
But, like, it doesn't erase that feeling. You know, that, like, feeling in your chest is still there.
Yeah.
And then she said something about, like, you know, in those moments, like, she goes, maybe I ask you to, like, take a step back, to pause and just reflect.
I'm bad at that.
And, like, recognize that that's your younger self trying to drive the car, the bus.
Yeah.
Let me drive the bus. Let me drive the boat. And you have to, like, you know, assess from there.
Yeah.
Figure out. Yeah.
Especially now, like, going from one relationship and then, like, almost a year later, being in another one. It is such a weird experience to be like, I learned these things from this relationship, and now I'm trying to do these things differently, but the same fears are still present. And now some of my fears are like way heightened.
Ooh,
you know, because like
know what you mean.
I have a
100%.
deep fear of people leaving me. It's fine. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And so sometimes my brain just automatically goes to the worst thing. And I'm like, why am I doing that? And then it's like, oh, because XYZ. And it's so hard to be like, I'm not trying to be crazy, but these are my fears, and it's because of my last this, or because of childhood, because of, you know, and it's really hard to be patient with yourself, especially like,
or just even to like be gentle with yourself too. It's difficult
and it's hard when you're so aware of what the issues are that are in your own brain, and you're like, I'm trying to be patient with myself, so how can I expect someone else to be just as patient? And then they're like so good at being patient.
Yeah.
Like my boyfriend, oh my gosh, he is so good at, if we have any little argument, he'll literally be like, we're good, and move on. And I'm like, how, are you sure? Are you sure we're okay? And he's like, yeah.
And he's moved on.
Fully moved on. And I'm
on.
like,
yeah.
Okay, well, if there's no issue, then like I need to have no issue.
Yeah.
But in my brain, I'm like, well, fuck.
Then you're still on it.
Yeah.
That's like,
but that's a big like learning thing for me too. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
thank you. Like, you're really teaching me how to be like, it's
patient.
okay.
Tim's the most my boyfriend, he's the most patient person
Yeah.
I have ever met. Like, there are so many things that I overthink on and that I will always come back to, those reoccurring like fears and stuff.
I'm a big abuser of that. Of
that
like,
I circle
going back.
I circle back. Try not to, because I just am aware of it.
I'm like,
and,
but 2 days ago at 2:53, you said.
and he's like just the most patient person. Like, if I'm just like, yeah, I'm just so scared about like people leaving my life, and he's like, well, I'm not going anywhere.
My
And
boyfriend says that too.
Oh
He's
my
like, well, I'm
gosh.
here.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
so sweet.
Or like, we'll make jokes and we'll talk about like the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, want to marry me? And he's like, not tomorrow, but like, this is the plan. And I'm like, okay. Are you sure? And he's like, yeah, stop saying really. Stop saying, are you sure? I'm like, okay. The other day we were like planning like what we want like a future house to look like.
Cute.
Same exact ideas. We've never talked about it before.
What kind of house do you want?
Oh my God, let's
Get
talk.
into it.
Oh, I want high ceilings.
Okay.
Big open floor plan. Okay? Big open floor plan. We talked about we want a big open kitchen to where if I'm cooking dinner or he's cooking dinner, I want to be able to watch TV.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, I love
We
that.
also both want those huge glass sliding doors that are like the panel
Oh, I love
out to the
those.
backyard
You are right.
into a pool.
I love that.
100%.
Yeah.
We both agreed we're going to need lots of bathrooms. And I said, why do we need so many bathrooms?
Yeah.
And he goes, we're both big poopers. And I was
Okay.
like, you know what?
Bidet
It's
or no
true.
bidet?
He said no.
No?
And I said, I want to try. And he goes, mm-mm.
Dude, they're
And
so
he goes-
amazing.
He was like, the poops we take. He was like, we are like, wipe, wipe, wipe. And I'm like, yeah, that should help it.
Cuts it down.
And he said no.
Especially if the water is warm. All of my...
I want to try one.
Dude.
Do you have one at your house?
Tim has one, it says.
Oh, Tim, I'm coming over. I should have done it at
but
someone else's house.
Tim has taught me now, like, I will take water bottles with me into the bathroom.
And you'll do it?
Yeah. And I'll just, like...
And it works?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Literally, like, you just, like, I take my water bottle, I go in, I poop.
Sorry if people don't like talking about poop. Big poop duckers.
How do we get to talking about it?
We're just having our girl chat. Girls talk about this.
Okay, I want to go back to your house. But
Okay.
yeah, like, literally, I just, like...
And dump it
go
in.
a couple times. And
No,
then
because sometimes
I
you
wipe
need
a little
more
bit.
to wipe.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then sometimes I'll, like, wet the toilet paper,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll wipe. And
Yeah.
then it, like... It's
like
the best.
it's like a magic eraser.
Honestly, though, sometimes, like, I don't have the energy for it, but then
Yeah.
when I'm sitting there wiping a million times,
God,
I'm
it
like,
takes
I wish
forever.
I wish I had a water bottle. Wish I had some water right now.
God, teach me.
Okay, back to your house.
I think we want 5 bedrooms.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
There might, but that's upstairs. Downstairs, we want like an office
Oh, okay.
and something else. I don't know what the other one was. I think I said movie room, and he was like, maybe. And I was like, okay, that's just on the maybe list, whatever. No, because of like, I want all my kids to have their own room.
Mm-hmm.
We want a guest room. Maybe a guest room upstairs and a guest room downstairs.
That could be nice.
Yeah.
Or just a guest room downstairs and then like a bonus room upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, he said he wants a loft.
I said lofts.
I do too.
I love a loft.
Oh, give me a loft.
I love a loft.
I love it. And make it like the game area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can like put different, you can like set up beds in there if you want to. Yeah.
And it's not like we want to find a house that has all these things. Like we want to build a house.
That's cute.
Isn't that so cute?
That is cute.
And I think that would be great. And have a huge backyard, a nice pool. I want a diving board. I didn't tell him that. If you're listening, I know you're not. I want a diving board.
Slide?
Sure. Oh my God, like a rock one?
Oh, with the waterfall, like that, like goes into like the little hidey hose, like
Hidey-ho.
underneath
A little
the
cave?
waterfall.
Yeah.
Yes, the cave.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's really it. Oh, no, I did say a jacuzzi bathtub, like a big bathtub. And then he said in the master bedroom, the bathroom, like the toilet has to be its own room. And I was like, yeah. TV. So you can take your freaking poop and have your own little time.
I feel like I would be in there for too long.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
That's where our heads are at.
Wow.
Yeah. Marble. Just in there.
Okay.
Just in that room. Well, actually, probably everywhere, but, you know. I think I'm bougie on a budget, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you
I
want?
see it.
Do you know what kind of house you want? I want, like, acres.
Something with, like, a big garden.
Yeah.
Like a
oh, my God. Will you
ginormous
garden at my house for
yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, no, go ahead. I was going to say something else and I forgot it.
A big garden, definitely a pool.
Yeah.
But, like, I want it to look like a pond. I want it to be, like, super natural looking. Like, it just was there and we just added on to it.
I love that.
I get really stuck between wanting, like, a big, like, farmhouse vibe with, like, a wraparound porch or even, like, a cottage-y vibe.
Yeah.
I get stuck between that and then, like, a gorgeous beach-style house with, like you said,
oh my gosh.
high ceilings, windows everywhere.
A beach-style house with, like, a natural backyard.
Yeah.
Tori, that sounds like you.
Me.
I asked my boyfriend, I was like, I want it to look, like, really modern. I was like, you can design, like, the architecture of the house. Like, the outline, do it. I said, but can I decorate it? And he was like, absolutely. And then I was like, this is the thing. If we have a big house, which I want a big house, I want it to feel homey. Mm-hmm. Like, I want it to be clean and, like, look nice.
Right.
But I don't want, like, I hate when I go to someone's house and it feels like you can't sit down.
Yeah, it's like a model home.
Yeah, and I'm
it's
like,
not homey.
I don't want
comfy.
that. But we both like the idea of, like, a nice, clean looking house.
Yes.
Huge, like, gorgeous, but a homey vibe. And I was like, I can do it. I want to be an interior designer. I think I was in a different life, to be honest. So?
I'm not very good at what.
I do think so.
I think so?
You think
or like a Spanish style house.
Oh my God, Tori, yes.
Yeah. I think that's
oh my gosh,
like,
with you guys having little pups running around.
dude.
Oh my God.
That's like a Spanish style home with
Yeah.
like modern touches here
Yeah.
and there, with like a
casita.
with like a little rustic, cozy backyard
Yeah.
type vibe. That's
I feel like our houses sound very much like us.
yeah.
What do we think Jacob would like?
Um,
Part of me thinks Jacob don't give a shit. Jacob
Part of
said,
me
I just want a roof over
feels-
my head, babe. You know?
I think so. I think he would want. Jacob would want a movie room.
For sure.
Jacob has the biggest movie collection I've ever seen, so definitely movie room.
My eyes
for sure.
really.
Yeah, you're
Really? How
you're
much already?
struggling over there. I'm watching you. For our audio listeners, Sheradyn's
Sheridan's going to
been
town on her left eye.
rubbing her eye. For like
I really
5
hope
minutes
people
now.
can watch this because this shit hurts so bad. Oh my gosh. What would Jacob like? Man, 2-story. You think?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like
Would you want a 1-story?
I don't know.
I feel like
love
you-
2 stories.
I know. I feel like you give off 1-story, like a big, beautiful.
Big 1 story.
Oh, 1-story houses can be gorge.
Insane. It's
My
not-
gosh, my aunt and uncle used to live in one, and I was like,
My mom is a 1 story.
yeah,
It's gorgeous.
they're
It's
so
nice.
pretty.
But I really love stairs. You know what I mean?
I love a stair too.
I grew up
Can
in
you
a
believe?
2-story home, so like
Me too.
it's just. And anytime people have 2-story homes, I'm like, ooh, another floor.
Oh, it's
My
so
boyfriend,
true.
Do you need eye drops?
No, she'll come back to life in a minute.
Eye
Uh-oh.
drops.
Righty.
Oh.
What a day,
I need a big, gorgeous bathroom for sure, so I can do skincare.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry to those.
Yeah.
I just killed everyone's ears. Look at my thing. Keep talking. My eyes are burning.
Because you just transferred the dirt from your left eye and then you went into your right eye with it. I think about that a lot. Oh my gosh, look at your rings. You've been moving today. Oh, can we talk skincare?
Sure. I'd love nothing more.
What's
Woo!
your skincare
It's just my freaking
journey?
it's my allergies.
They've been horrible today.
Awful. Sorry. This is why I'm not cut out for wind. Sorry.
They're awful. Ooh, I just blew in there. They're awful.
Skincare. What's my skincare routine?
Yeah.
Let's freaking talk about it because I recently switched it up. So
Me too.
my coworker told me she used to work for a dermatology appointment.
Just
A
one.
dermatology office. And she was like, Sheradyn, first of all, you should not be washing your face in the shower.
No.
And I
don't
said,
do that.
I said, are you joking?
Wait.
And she goes, I'm being serious. And I said, okay. She goes, once or twice a day. And I was like, I'm a one-time girly. She said, you gotta be too. And I said,
So it was so hard.
it's so hard.
Especially when
but I
you're
want
in
these
bed.
little blackheads to go away. I want them bye-bye. So she said to do it twice a day. So I use ITK.
What's that?
Brooklyn and Bailey.
Yeah.
It's their skincare. I use that face wash. I use
What? Is it the moving?
No, I'm just giggling at your arm. Anyways, and then I use toner, and then I use this like brightening serum, and then I use moisturizer.
Cute.
What do you do?
What serum do you use? Or
ITK brightening serum.
Oh, okay.
Vitamin C.
I love vitamin C.
I had to reset there for a second. Oh. My toner though is witch hazel.
Okay.
Thayer's. And I heard
Thayer's is
not
not
good.
That's the one with the red cap on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard the best things about that brand.
I think she's doing great for me.
But
But you know what? Maybe she's not, and I'm just under her spell.
But
I
that's
don't
what
know.
it's about. It's like what works for you.
And how do you
know?
freaking know?
There's so many products. How
tired
do
of
you
it.
know?
How do you know? Sorry.
How do I know if he really loves me?
What do you do? What do you use?
I just switched it up recently. I've been trying to just get more into skincare.
It's hard. It's hard
really
to have
hard.
some me time because I always want to be with other people.
Ooh.
So, like, even 5 minutes to myself, I'm like, no.
Like,
But I need to be good at it. Go ahead.
I need to be better at, like, me time, but, like, being, like I said, like, being more present and, like, more decisive with my me time and doing things that actually make me happy instead of just, like, rotting in my bed. Because, like, I love alone time. I could literally sit and watch TikTok for hours.
Oh,
just
you and me
rot
both,
in
babe.
my bed for hours.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
like, I need to be doing things that make me happy, like going to the gym, which doesn't feel good in the moment, but afterwards it's
You feel great.
incredible.
Yeah, that's me with my new volleyball thing.
I love that.
Oh, I felt so
That's
good after.
so good.
Like, when I first started, I was like, ouchie. Like, the first 20 minutes, I was like, fuck. And then when I left, I was like, damn, I feel good. So I
You feel
cannot
like
wait
you
to
can
go back
take
this
on-
Sunday.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about going to the gym. It's been like
You should come with me Sunday night. What time do you get off work?
7,
Like, come after that.
maybe.
It's in Temecula. Anyways.
I would have to like spend money on volleyball stuff. That's
I have stuff.
okay.
For
Maybe.
you.
Maybe.
But what is your skincare?
Skincare. I switched it up recently. I was using the Ordinary face wash for a long time, and it really like didn't do me wrong. It was okay. I think it was making my face a little bit too oily, so
I'm an oily girl.
me too. Me too. But I have dry patches sometimes.
My face is purging right now. But
I
it's fine.
think I have like oily combination skin
Yeah.
because I get dry patches sometimes on my forehead or like on my chin or just like
Yeah.
anywhere that's just
Yeah.
dry. So I do a foaming face wash first.
Mine is too.
Is it?
Yeah.
And I just switched
Milk
it
to
like
foam.
last night because apparently it's better for oily combination skin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found an article last night and I'm believing it. So
That's what I do.
hope it's right.
Blind leading the blind.
But so foaming face wash, and then I do a toner, which again, like all of this just started like 2 nights ago because I've just I went to Ulta yesterday and I got some new products, so that's fun. So yeah, used a toner. It's like an exfoliating toner. It's supposed to like minimize pores and stuff.
I need
and
that.
brighten your
Because
skin.
these bad boys are huge.
Dude, oh my god, mine are too. And then I use a brightening serum. I forgot the brand of it, but it's like a vitamin C brightening serum, and I like it. It feels really nice and moisturizing. And then I just got this new moisturizer that has sunscreen in it.
I need to get one of those.
And
Maybe I'll go tonight.
dude, I just think that all moisturizers should have SPF in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Why do I have to go and like find one that has SPF? Like, why can't it just be in there already?
That would probably make my face look a lot better too.
Apparently, like,
Because when I wash it in the morning, that's what.
especially with
So
being on
smart.
our phones all the time.
Yeah,
like
the
all
UV.
of the UV. So yeah,
Yeah.
the one I got it was kind of expensive. It was like $50. Yeah. But I
Ouchie,
had a-
Wawa.
I
I
had
will
a
go to
gift-
Walmart.
I had a gift card, so
Oh, I love a gift card. Feels like you're not spending anything.
I know. And
I'm
then
like, run it up.
and then I was like, I was prepared to like spend money. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I had prepared myself because I was like, okay, like I want to invest in my skin and myself, and I want to.
in myself.
That's what I'm saying. And I want my skin to look nice, and I want to have fun doing my skincare. And then I started picking stuff out, and then my boyfriend was like, "Yeah, get whatever you want." I was
You
like,
said,
"Are
oh
you?"
my God.
So then I got nervous
Yeah.
because I'm like, well, like, what do I need? But I don't want to spend his money. Like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
So we got 3 things. I got a new concealer. That's
Ooh, I don't use makeup.
I don't
ever.
use makeup either. But like, I want to know that if I do want to use makeup, that I like have something.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Wow. Should we move on to our hot takes?
sure, let's do it.
Let's freaking do it. Coming right off the bat, Sweeney sucks.
We were talking about this earlier. We were texting.
I just can't get over. I can't get on board.
I've never seen it before. The only reason I know about Sweeney Todd is the movie.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the movie.
I don't think I've seen it either.
But
But like I've just heard a lot about it.
I don't know what it is about it that I don't like. but it's back on Broadway, and I'm like, I think we could have done something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Little Shop is on Broadway right now?
Yeah, it's technically like an off-Broadway situation, but yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because I'm going this summer to New York, and I was like trying to pick out shows to watch.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I told my boyfriend's auntie, because she was like, what shows do you guys want to go see?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Little Shop, because I saw it was on there. I haven't seen it done like professionally before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that could be fun. But
yeah, I've heard it's a great production too.
Oh gosh, but they don't go on Sundays, and I need a Sunday show. Like if we're gonna see a second show, it has to be on a Sunday. So we're thinking Book of Mormon on a Sunday, which cheap.
That was supposed to be my first Broadway show, and then it wasn't.
Oh,
Because I got too antsy, so I went to one the night before. Oh. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. Have you seen it?
Book of Mormon?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's incredible.
So good.
What are other good ones that'll be there?
Hades.
Back to the Future.
Oh.
It's going to be there this summer.
Okay.
Go see it. Tell me how it is.
Is it good?
I don't know. It was in London.
And
they just announced the cast, and the cast is incredible.
Dude, I'm so behind.
Yeah. Who else is going to be there this summer? I mean, Six, Hades Town.
And Juliet.
I want to see that show so bad.
I saw it, and I thought about you.
Oh my god. I want to see it. It looks incredible.
It does look good. Okay.
What's one of your hot takes? While we're on the topic of Sweeney, I think the only song that I like is Joanna. Do you know that song?
No.
I feel you.
Yes.
Joanna.
That is a really good song.
I think that's the only song I like in that show. Or I think it's from there is the Nothing's Gonna Harm You.
That
Not
sounds
while I'm around.
familiar,
Yeah.
I think.
But like, other than that, I'm just not on board.
It's okay. Like, it's there for me.
I feel the same way. Like, if we're talking
very,
Sondheim, give me Into the Woods.
Yeah.
Give me Sunday in the Park. Sunday in the Park with George. Don't give me Sweeney.
No.
I cannot.
I just think that there's other shows that should be recognized.
Yeah.
You know?
What's yours?
One of mine, I just forgot it.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, another show I saw on the list was Phantom, and I'm kind of sick of it.
It's a no from me.
I'm
on board with that.
It's not that good.
It's not.
And it's like, I don't know. I did Phantom
think it's just
in high
boring.
school. It is boring. It's long. It's boring. I feel like sometimes the story is really hard to follow.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just not well versed in that area of theater, and I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know?
I am too. Like, if that's what being right is, I'm okay being wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I kind of feel the same about Les Mis.
You know what? I kind of do too. Other than On My Own.
So good.
I love that. But everything else, I'm like, well, I'm asleep.
I saw Les Mis with my mom.
So did I.
Hey.
With my grandma and grandpa.
Grandma.
Yeah.
I was very close. We were like within the first 10 rows, and like I looked at my mom. I'm like, I don't think I can handle the second act. We almost left.
It's so long.
It's really long, and
I hate a long show. Oh, The King and I.
Ooh, yeah.
Jacob, if you're listening, we hate The King and I. I'm sorry. I will openly say that I hate that
The King
show.
and I stayed for the costumes. I think.
You want to know what we stayed for?
What?
Not knowing what was next, and run, Eliza, run, Eliza. And then we were like, Jacob fell asleep, I think. And I was trying so hard to stay awake, and I couldn't.
It's really, yeah. I stayed for the costumes, honestly.
They are really pretty.
They're gorgeous.
And
I
the set was
love costumes. I think with Phantom, they've got great costumes.
Yeah.
There's some really beautiful, just like, I think for me, that's what Phantom is for me. It's just like, it's what made me, like, it was my discovery into theater, because that was the first show that I was ever involved in.
Yeah.
So it's like, I love Phantom. It's like, has a place in my heart. Would I go out and like pay money to go see it? Absolutely not. Like,
Have you seen Love Never Dies, the sequel?
I have.
Not great.
It's not great.
Not great.
I don't remember any of it,
Either do I.
which is weird.
I just know there's a little kid.
Maybe I didn't see it.
I just know that the Phantom and Christine
Don't remember.
had a kid.
Which
Maybe
is
it was
weird.
Raul. I don't know who that is.
Seriously, we need to just let it die.
Let
needs
it die.
Like, let it run off of Broadway. Let's get some new material. in
Yeah.
here.
And Juliet.
And Juliet, Back to the Future.
To the Future.
There was a show on there called Shucked.
You know what?
What is that?
I don't freaking know. And no one knows.
No one knows?
No one knows. All I know is it's about fucking corn.
Maybe I should go see it.
Please do, because Alex Newell is in it.
Okay.
This is maybe my hottest take in musical theater.
Okay.
Who I'd Be from Shrek is the best Act 1 closer to any musical I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
Do you?
Yes. Anytime I listen to that song, like, I feel like transported back to when I like really fell in love with theater.
It's
and
so
no
good.
other song or musical or anything does that to me except for Who I'd Be from Shrek.
God.
It's just like,
It's something about all three of them. I could go on for days. All three of them getting their little I want moment. Like, it's Shrek, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm an ogre, but like, I want to be a hero. This would be my beautiful life. No, literally, me too. Like, I would be a hero. This is what my whole life could look like. And then you have Fiona being like, I know something's going to change. Like, I
Yeah.
know it's today. I know it's happening. And then you see Donkey
He's like,
being
I
like,
just
you're
wanna
all
be your-
alone. Like, I'm going to be your friend.
Oh,
in
dude,
3-part harmony.
I literally it's
Ew,
like,
are we nerds? I just,
oh my
like,
god, it's so
everyone's
good.
like, define gravity.
No.
And I'm like,
No.
yeah, cool.
Like,
Alphabet, fly your ass off, babe.
It's so Divine Gravity is a great song. Again, I feel like it's a little bit like it's been run through the washer
Yeah.
a couple of times.
She's going.
Yeah.
She's doggy paddling across the ocean. You know, she's not
treading
hanging on
water.
for dear life, but
Yeah.
she's a strong swimmer.
Right. But Who I'd Be is like Michael Phelps,
Ooh, my
Olympian.
tummy is out.
I know, mine was
Sorry about
doing
that.
that earlier. I had to like
Sorry, done it.
that's why the pillows.
Me? Oh,
But you look great.
thank you.
Um.
It's so good. It's a pimple.
Ooh.
I got it out. I'm gonna get more later.
Looks like it refilled.
I love
I'm excited for you. Ooh, I love when they refill.
Me too.
I love it.
No, but Who I'd Be is
Who I'd
so
Be.
good.
My favorite part of that song is, I'd take a breath and I'd remove my helmet. Boom. We'd stand and stare. We speak of love. It's like, and is it still on Netflix?
Oh, I hope
Shrek?
it is. Guys,
Okay,
go watch.
literally go watch it.
If you don't watch the whole thing, just watch that song. Look it up on YouTube.
So good. Because that part, when he talks about that, when he's like, I'd take a breath and I'd remove my helmet, he stops for like a beat. And he just like thinks about what his life, you can just like see it. He's like thinking about what his life would be if he wasn't an ogre and if he didn't look like that.
Oh.
And if like, you know, because that moment in Shrek when he takes his helmet off and she's like, whoa, you're an ogre.
Yeah.
And in that moment, he's thinking of like, what if it wasn't like that?
But in that moment for her, she's like, oh, you're an ogre. Bitch, I turn into an ogre. Like, how kismet, you know?
There's just that show. It's
incredible.
one of the, I think it's, can we get Shrek back on fucking Broadway?
I would love nothing more. Do you know how bad I want to play Fiona? God, I'd be so good.
Oh gosh.
Can you be Dragon?
Oh. A little reprise.
You guys,
Reprise?
I would literally do anything to be in that show. Like, I am
such a good
simply
show.
obsessed. There's another song in Act
So
2
fun.
that I didn't realize because I just saw it again because of high school. Our local high school did it. And I was really sad that their Who I'd Be was not good.
Oh,
Anyways,
that sucks.
but there's a song in Act 2. I can't remember if it's the Hello Fair Princess, if it's that one, or if it's the or if it's Build a Wall. Heart in my heart.
That's Build a Wall.
But I don't know which one it is that made me go, oh my gosh. Like, Shrek's really heartbroken. And I don't remember which one it was. But when I watched it, I was like, dang. Wow. Shreky,
Honestly,
Shrek.
like both of those songs, like just they hit you right in the
That
heart.
show has so much heart.
It does.
Like, it seems like it's going to be a gimmick of a show.
Right.
And it's not.
Right.
It punches you in the gut.
The last time I saw it was a high school production. No, it was a community theater production.
Yeah.
And I was just, it had been a while since I had seen it done. And let me tell you, just like seeing it done, and I knew some of the people that were in the show. I had done theater with some of the people that were in there. But just like sitting back and watching it and like seeing Who I'd Be, and it was just as magical as I remembered it.
It's
and
just so good.
it's so good. That is a hot take that I can agree with. 100%.
I hope that other people get on our train for that.
I think they should.
What else do you have?
I have
I'm a little scared to talk about that one.
my.
What if she
Yeah,
listens?
what if she listens?
What if her friend who lives in Temecula listens?
Oh,
That's why I was like,
maybe
maybe
we'll
not.
skip it.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Slightly, but. Oh, one of mine. This is kind of like a hot take.
Okay.
I think that theater isn't as inclusive as it says.
I agree with
as
you.
like it preaches. It is.
I agree with you.
As like the community preaches, because there's so many areas of theater that really aren't that inclusive. And I think that there's so much room for more. Like, we remember when COVID happened and theater was like very much struggling to like stay alive? I know that it is a severely underfunded area of society. You know, there's not a lot of money that goes into theater. Did
There
I
you
say
go.
that right? Thank you. And the money comes from the people that want to see it, and people were wanting theater in COVID. Like, like the want was there for theater. Like, what I'm trying to say is that they transitioned to a format where you could watch theater from home. Like, shows would put out like video formats or just videos of shows they were doing or performances. And I get that like actors need to be paid, of course, but I just feel like there is a way that we can have accessible theater like that for people who maybe like going out to go and see a show like they can't do, whether they're disabled or just not able, or they have like a condition where they just can't go outside, like an autoimmune disease or something like that. I just feel like theater should be so much more accessible for those people, because like everybody deserves to see art. Everybody deserves to be inspired and experience art. And I just feel like it's so difficult. They make it so hard sometimes. And
I think it's starting to become like too expensive. Which like I get it, like minimum wage goes up and stuff.
Right.
But like going off of that, I don't think that Hamilton was worth the hype.
No.
Like, I'm sorry.
For that much?
Yeah.
For that much money?
Like, it's a good show.
It is a good show.
But, like...
It did a lot for theater and for, like, where a lot of shows now are heading now. Like,
for
the direction.
casting, I think it did a lot.
100%.
But also, like, you did not need that much money from it. No. It was a good show. Was I... Oh my god, best show I've ever seen? No. No. Because Shrek exists.
Shrek is...
Literally. Let's talk to Lynn about it. I'm sure he's on the same train.
I'm sure he is, too. I'm sure he wasn't about, like... I'm sure he's, like, very thankful for the success it brought him.
For sure.
And he's at a place in his life where he's like, dang, like, I did that. You know?
I
like,
wish it was flipped, and I wish that Hamilton happened and then Heights got what Hamilton got.
Me too.
Oh, and the Heights is great.
That is, like, top 3 of my favorite shows.
I agree.
It's so magical. You know, my friend Mario was in the Heights recently. And
He just was.
Yeah.
We should have gone.
I know. It was
at
such
the
a
number
rough
one public
week.
school in... What does he say? What does he say? Number one public school in LA. And he's like, whenever there's like, when their fire alarm goes off, he's like, when is the number one school in LA gonna... It just makes me giggle.
He's so funny. Oh my god.
Man.
He's such an inspiring person when it comes to theater. Like, the way he talks about it is so matter of fact. He's just like, yeah, just keep going, you know? Just keep going. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
where? Where's the green light? What time are we at?
54 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of us.
That's a good time.
I think it is too. I still have some more. Hamilton. Oh, a lot of people don't like Dear Evan Hansen. I love it.
There's a lot there. You know, I think when it comes to art, it's just like people are always like, it should be more of this, less of this, more of this and less of this. But when it comes to art, you really are just supposed to appreciate it as it is, for what it is. I saw Dear Evan Hansen like in person. I think it's a great show. Yeah. And I saw it in person, and it was a total like spur of the moment thing, and I was like amazed. It's incredible. Like, the staging of it is really great. The story is beautiful. The songs are really gorgeous too. I think that the hype for Dear Evan Hansen was like, whoa, like, let's
Yeah.
bring it down. And then I think what really put the nail in the coffin was the movie.
Then the movie wasn't great.
It wasn't great. But I think because of that, because people already
Now people
had,
have
like,
a bad taste in their mouth.
it, like, just added fuel to the fire. They
For
were
sure.
they're like, oh, like, this is even more horrible than we thought. But I think Dear Evan Hansen is a really good show.
I do too. I think the
I
story
really like
has
it.
a little bit of some issues.
Yeah,
Because it's a hard thing to grasp. But
it is.
I think it's a great show.
And I think, again, with art, it's just, like, you have to just, like, acknowledge and appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Mario right now because he has a lot to say
Yeah, he
about
does.
the show. Like, he has a whole tangent about it. And I respect it. I think that that's what art should do.
But I think
is just
that
create
his
conversation.
his thing about it doesn't have to do with the show. It has to do with Pasek and Paul.
Yeah.
'Cause
and
they're a whole-
their music. They're a whole
I love
different
them.
story.
But, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Are there any other shows that you're like, no? Because for me, Jekyll and Hyde, no thanks.
I've never seen it before.
I hated it. I would be open. I would be open to seeing it again, but all I remember is hating it. Every second of it.
I would have to watch it. I feel like it would freak me out.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
I was
it would scare
young.
me. Oh my gosh. You know what I was really expecting to not like, but I loved? Was Mean Girls.
Tori, we were supposed to go see it.
We were supposed to go see it. It'll come
I'm
back.
sad.
It was
I think they're in Vegas right now.
fantastic.
Was
I was
Jacob didn't love it.
really?
He thought it was just a show.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so good. The set was just I was so amazed by the set.
Oh,
it's literally like all
a screen.
yes, and I just think that's just so cool. I was like pleasantly blown away and surprised.
I love that.
Another show that isn't really my favorite is Aladdin.
Yeah.
I just think it's
You know, my friend is in it right now. He's touring. I was like, that's incredible.
Is it the dancer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so talented.
And he understudies Kasim, I think.
yes, you told me about this.
Because he got to go on.
That's so cool.
I know.
How awesome.
Yeah.
What a life.
I want to say it's a weird tour, though. They're, like, not going to any of the big spots here.
Huh.
Maybe they are, but last time I checked, they were all somewhere else in America.
Scooting around. Okay, that makes sense.
There was another one I was going to say. But I don't remember what it was.
I'm sure it'll come back. You'll remember.
I hope it does.
Yeah, Aladdin's just not my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a show to me. It's just kind of like, oh, okay. Which was disappointing because that's one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. So I was like so hyped for the musical, and then I saw it and I was like, it's okay.
Yeah. Whereas, like, you go see Beauty and the Beast, always a hit.
Stunning.
It's
Such a
incredible.
gorgeous show.
You know, I saw a really,
Solid.
really good production of it a long
I haven't
time
seen
ago.
it in a while.
And
It's
it
time.
was like this Victorian set.
Ooh, gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
I just love with Beauty and the Beast, like, because it's been running for so many years. At least, like, I mean, not on Broadway, but it's just been alive. It's been like
sure.
It's had its place in theater for so long that I feel like whenever it is done, like, people feel like now, because of shows like Hamilton, and I can't think of another show right now that's like very inclusive as that people are able to now with Beauty and the Beast, like, just play with it and make it so fun and different. And, like, I love that. I love when shows do that.
I love the new takes that are coming out. Like,
Me too.
like Michael Arden, he's a great director.
I didn't even know he was a director. I love him.
Yeah, he
So much.
He directed the revival of Once on This Island.
Oh, I heard
and like
about that.
completely changed it.
Yes.
And
Oh my
now
gosh.
he is directing Parade, and it's so different now with Ben Platt.
Platt.
And
No
I'm like,
way. I
this
didn't know he was-
new
Wow.
like modern take on things. I think he's incredible.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that he's going to do some really cool things.
I do too. I
within
can't
the
wait
next-
to see what his next one is.
Me too. It's
'Cause
going to be amazing.
You have like you have your Jerry Mitchell and your Casey Nicholaw who are like big dance and big screens and bright colors, like your Legally Blonde, your Mean Girls. You have those big dancey shows. And then you have the Michael Arden that's like, I'm going to dive into the heart of the story and like bring it out.
Pull it out.
Oh,
I mean,
it's so good.
He is amazing.
Yeah, he's married to Andy Mientus.
I love him.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll go back and listen to Out There.
Oh my gosh, yes, because he played Quasimodo.
Yes. And I just lose my mind. I've never heard someone put so much emotion into just their voice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The only other person who I can think of off the top of my head that has done that is Shoshana Bean. When she did She Used to Be Mine. They took that off of YouTube. It was on there for such a long time.
Whatever, YouTube.
Whatever. It's fine.
You little bitches.
Oh my god, my hair.
It's okay. We're almost done.
Great.
We can be done. But if you guys have taken anything away from this, maybe jump on the Michael Arden train. Go watch Who I'd Be from Shrek.
Yeah.
And do your skincare.
Do your skincare. Get some vitamin C and
wear your SPF.
Put some sunscreen on.
Let us know what you want your future house to look like.
Oh, and watch Love Island season 3 UK.
Let's
UK
watch
version.
it. Let's do a watch party. I'll go live on Instagram.
Dude, I don't even know if I could handle one of those episodes now. They're like an hour long.
God, they're so long.
And I remember I
so
would
good.
like chew through those and like I would chew through like half of a season in like a week.
Me too.
I can't do that anymore.
Well, I did have like a little, you know when you have like an itch that you just can't scratch until you scratch it? Mm-hmm. I had that where, you know, when they had to do their little challenge where they had to make the boys do something without them knowing. Like one of them was like, oh, I had to lose my earring at the bottom of the pool. And after they were searching for 5 minutes, they had to be like, oh my God, it's in my ear.
I think so.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
I had to watch that scene. So I found it and I was like, yep. I watched it and then I was like,
what you needed.
It was so good. They're like, go code. And then they go and then Montana has to make like noises while she's getting a head massage.
I haven't
Someone
seen
had
that
to
in
cuddle
so
with someone
long.
else.
I think I remember that cuddling one.
Yeah.
Good show. I love that
So
show.
good. Tori, thank you for being my guest.
Thank you for having me. I'm
Anytime.
honored. Anytime I can be on the couch.
I love having you on the couch. It makes me feel safe. Makes me feel at home. Maybe because I am, but I really hope that this worked out. I'm a little nervy. I guess we'll see. But thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's end it here. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye girlies. Bye bye.